We know that, many of you are from different parts of the world, preparing for your move to the US. So, you're probably wondering, like, where am I going to live? And what does the area look like? And what can I expect, in the location that I am moving? We are excited to feature South Dakota, a state known for its wide landscapes, low cost of living, friendly communities, and surprisingly diverse seasons. And to guide us through everything South Dakota has to offer, please welcome Gretchen, my colleague from our account managers team here at Health Carousel. Hi, Gretchen. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you. All right. So, Gretchen, I do have a question for you. So as I mentioned earlier, a lot of our healthcare professionals are from different parts of the world. So they're trying to understand US geography. I am too. So this question is for you, not for me. But so we see here on the screen, the US map is separated into 4 quadrants. Can you tell us which quadrant the state of South Dakota is in?
Absolutely. We're going to be in quadrant 1, which is the top left quadrant on the screen.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Well, Gretchen, go ahead. Tell us more about all things South Dakota.
Absolutely. Yes. South Dakota is quite a diverse state. Plenty of opportunities. Recreation is going to be the big thing in the state. Camping, hiking, fishing, being outside as much as possible. They have an abundance of state parks. Again, just another opportunity to get outside and enjoy nature. Some of the particular landmarks, if you're interested in learning a bit about the American history, Mount Rushmore. So you can kind of see that evident on the picture here on the screen, but that's our monument here in South Dakota where we have 4 of our presidents. They're etched into stone on a hillside. So that's a very cool monument to check out. There's also some cool monuments in terms of the Native American history, which is very rich in the state. So Badlands National Park, Crazy Horse Memorial, Black Hills Monument, plenty of opportunities to take in the history of not only America, but the state itself, the role that it's played in some of the wars, the Civil Wars, things like that. But again, I can't stress enough the recreation opportunities. That's the big thing in South Dakota. You've got the Missouri River, which runs right through the state. So again, it's just another great opportunity to get outside. You can do activities for cheap or even free. Just pop outside your front door, go on, have a picnic right by the river. So plenty of opportunities and stuff to do for the entire family. In terms of climate, like Melissa alluded to earlier, you do get to experience pretty much the 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. Winter, it can get chilly, and depending on where you are in the state, the snowfall can be a lot, but it also depends year to year. Some years you may have a light snowfall, and then the next year it kind of makes up for itself. So dress for the seasons. Get a coat, sweatshirt, jacket, come prepared, but it is nice that you get to experience all 4 seasons. Yeah, so just going further, spring. Again, you can see the temperature there, both in Celsius and in Fahrenheit. It is a rather temperate. So like we said, in the wintertime, it can get a little bit chilly. In the summertime, the good thing is you're not going to experience those high where between probably mid 60s to maybe mid 70s in some places. But again, it's very temperate, and you get to experience all 4 seasons. Just moving along through the 4 seasons of the calendar. So in summer, again, you can kind of see this is where we creep up a little bit, anywhere from 60 degrees to 86. Again, that's just a range. This is a good picture, though, of Badlands National Park, which we mentioned is a cool place that you could experience and tour if you are selected and you work in South Dakota. But again, depending on where you are, some places are more of a dry, arid climate. as evident by this picture, and some are more lush where you're going to get those green spaces, the waterfalls, a lot of those recreation opportunities. So you kind of see different diverse landscapes that run along with the four seasons. And then our fall season here kind of fall back down into those temperature ranges more similar to the springtime. So again, you're getting anywhere between, say, 30s to 70s, depending on where you are. Again, I'm speaking in Fahrenheit, but the nice thing is, again, I can't say it enough, but you get to experience all four seasons. You have those moderate to temperate climates with maybe some extremes depending on the snowfall or the heat during that season of the year. But great place to be, get outside, experience it, and as always, just come prepared with what you're wearing. And then cost of living, the really, really nice thing about South Dakota is they rank very highly in terms of the cost of living scale. They rank well above a lot of other states in America. So for example, here in this table, we have South Dakota compared to New York and California, which are two states on the coast, New York on the East Coast and California on the West. You can see in South Dakota, they're 8% below the national average. It's a 92 cost of living index, which is well below that of New York and California. Again, you can kind of see it broken down what your cost would be by housing, your monthly rent, your groceries, what would a gallon of milk cost? That's our benchmark. What would a carton of eggs cost? And again, you can kind of see the theme here in South Dakota. It's less than what you would see in New York or California. Again, same with transportation. And as we talked about previously in this, getting your own car for transportation purposes is going to be the way to go in South Dakota. And a gallon of gas is not too bad. And then again, public transportation. There is some public transportation in terms of buses, but the routes are a little bit unreliable. But again, here, only $50 a month for public transport compared to even 2 or 3 times that in New York or California.
The cost of living sounds really good over there in South Dakota. I'm seeing how the prices are probably similar to here in Cincinnati. So it's pretty affordable. And I also loved where you talked about the recreational places. Those pictures were beautiful. And being able to like experience all the four seasons, you get a touch of what America is like in South